It's played
Yeah,
outside.
fun was y'all went through all that analysis over that game. There you go. That's analysis. Save showtime. Okay, I'm gonna save a lot of breath in this episode.
It was
today.
about the Final Four in its totality.
This is the analysis of the Final Four. This is what UCLA women did.
That's a
Big deal.
Ain't
Like, some
no
people like, oh,
flyer bias.
they don't call the other sports Final Four. That's because the other sports don't do it like this.
Which is why, and I know we're not on the game yet, but which is why I don't get all this like UConn lucky this, UConn lucky that. It's like you don't even get to the Elite Eight on some luck spit, nigga. You supposed to be there and get to that point, let alone the Final Four, let alone the damn championship.
You can't win a 16-team tournament on luck, bro. You might get lucky a couple times.
That's earned.
But you can't win the tournament off.
Flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back.
All right, what up, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show. We're politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC. Here are my wonderful brothers and co-hosts, man. This is episode 191. Man, we got 9 more left, man, on our road to 200. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us the way y'all have been. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that. So today is our official Final Four recap. We have a national champion crowned on both sides. So we're gonna see who was spot on. I know I got one of my sides right. But we're going to see who's spot on, and we're going to see who's off the screen, as you can see right now, because of what they were spiriting last time. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, first off, we got a unfamiliar face, man. Long time no see. I don't even know if he's been on the show yet in 26, unless I'm tripping.
I don't think so yet.
It's been a minute. But we got my youngin' from the So Icy gang, tatted like a biker gang. I haven't done that in a while. We got my guy Andre, the sports junkie, in the building.
First off, it's good to see everyone is doing amazing. Ragu, good to see you as always. And JC, you might just want to help me out just a little bit. It's been a minute since we've been able to do this.
I know you're probably a little rusty.
For those of you who may be new to the show, it's podcast
Tuesday. Yes, sir.
Go.
Been a long time since I heard that.
Yeah, man. Just been grinding, trying to do what I can to help the family out and stay afloat, man.
Absolutely. As all of us.
But I also want to throw into appreciate you for always having me on the show, even if I do miss a week or so, or whatever the case may be. So I'll always
man, you being ridiculous. You always got a slot on All Grind. One of the originals. And then next up, man, we got one of Cleveland's finest. One of the other originals. We almost on episode 200. I remember his first episode was episode 9.
Damn.
Episode 9 was my guy's first episode with us. I'll never forget it. It was a classic episode for a number of reasons. And half of the panel today is a part of the reason that was a classic. But we can talk about that in a bit too. But we have none other than the incredible, uncomparable, my guy Tyrell Jackson in the building, man. What's going on?
First of all, giving honor to God who's truly the head of our lives.
Yes,
we got to give him all the praise, honor, and glory. By the way, I do have a PSA. I am now claiming, and I have been officially endorsed as the representation of Cleveland, Ohio, by yours truly, by the way. By yours truly. By EJ Flex. He has crowned me as the representation of Cleveland, Ohio.
Do you have proof of these allegations?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
and I can easily
proof,
call him
brother.
up.
We need proof, brother, before I
just talked to him last week. So
okay.
yes,
first of all, it's
official.
good to know he's still alive. So
yes, he is still alive.
Glad to hear that.
He's doing well. And since I have more episodes than him, I am the representation of.
Oh yeah, you for sure have probably shattered that by now. Yeah.
Hey, whenever he comes back on here, he better put some respect on my name.
Absolutely. We shall see, man. Because Tyrell be saying one thing, and then Flex get on here and say another. So
This man said,
personally, you already know I have proved, and I have backed up a lot of things that I have predicted that have come right, and I have proven that to you personally.
You was right about us being too high on Cleveland. I give you that. You was right about that.
Thank you. I take a lot of heat when it first happened, but I'm usually always right.
Next up, we got the podcast OG / mentor / y'all ain't old enough. The YouTube sensation himself, Mr. Raider Ragu of the Raider Ragu Show, man. It's always an honor.
Just win, baby, and peace.
Yes, sir. And man, make sure y'all check out my guy's content, man. Like that's one of my favorite shows on the planet, even though it's all Raider stuff. I thoroughly enjoy just hearing the breakdown. So make sure y'all check out my guy Raider Ragu.
Absolutely.
Rel, I got you in my watch later right now because I was watching the national championship when I seen your live go up. So make sure y'all check out my guy from the nosebleeds.
Yeah, check it out. It's a new thing that I'm starting. It's called concession stand talk. It's a new thing. No sports topic. It kind of went a little rough, but we're gonna get better.
Absolutely. So without further ado, man, we're going to get right into it. This is our official Final Four recap. But since we missed last week, I do want to get y'all thoughts on the, they act like the world's coming down when Dookie loses, and especially in the manner that it was. So before we get into the actual Final Four, can I get y'all thoughts and y'all reaction to that meltdown that happened in the Elite Eight?
Boozer really didn't. I don't understand why they didn't just hold it with.
Hold on, can you specify which one? Because everybody was in the IG comments and all over social
when
media
they did the inbound
attacking
pass.
Cam, and this nigga ain't
pass.
He the reason they was even in that position. So can you please clarify which twin that was?
Oh, they. Oh, bro, it was just insanity. I was like, why don't you didn't have to do that. And then Braylon Mullins with that shot was a shot heard around the world, bro. Mm-hmm. That was heard around the world. Even the announcer was like, yo.
And did y'all see the irony of the guy's IG name who was in front of him when that happened? Get your hand up.
Oh, shit.
But hey, this is March Madness. Did you expect anything less?
Absolutely. It definitely lived up to the hype, for sure.
And it does every year. High Point got a crazy win. I mean, it happens.
I think it's the best overall championship.
Like
not the most viewed, not the most popular, but the best.
Like tournament overall?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hot take coming from you. You've seen a lot of tournaments in your day.
No. I'm saying the process that NCAA college basketball uses to crown a champion
got you.
Is the best.
And that's just crazy to think about what it is too that they have to go through. I mean, it's like it's the round of 64,
go through 68 teams.
It's just insane. So when you win, it's like
so we talked about this before, but I'm gonna break it down one more time. Okay. Saturday is 4 tournament champions squaring off. Right? You won. When they say you won a region, you won a tournament.
Yeah, literally.
You won a 16-team tournament. Bro.
That's why it's not March Madness anymore. That's some other spit. It's a Final Four. But
yeah, right.
Spit before that.
By the time you get to that last Saturday night, you playing them as champs squaring off.
Yeah.
Bro. Then Monday's game is just the survival of the champions. And it is fantastic, bro. So the Elite Eight those are usually 8 really good teams, man.
When you win it, you earn it.
If you're in the Elite Eight, you're supposed to be there for sure. Ain't no flyer buys.
they don't call the other sports Final Four. That's because the other sports don't do it like this.
Which is why, and I know we're not on the game yet, but which is why I don't get all this like UConn lucky this, UConn lucky that. It's like you don't even get to the Elite Eight on some luck spit, nigga. You supposed to be there to get to that point, let alone the Final Four, let alone the damn championship.
You can't win a 16-team tournament on luck, bro. You might get lucky a couple times.
That's earned.
But you can't win the tournament off luck. No. Fuck that.
Absolutely
no. And whoever tells you can is lying or doesn't watch sports. That shit.
You might catch some breaks. The ball might bounce your way.
And real quick, too, they even showed. I'm not going to that game. I'm just saying, walking out the tunnel. They show Michigan in the Final Four. They show UConn walking right past Michigan, and I was like, damn. And then a couple days later, they were going to meet in the championship. So everything was just
Michigan was sitting there.
Warming up.
Yeah, and UConn came in. Yeah,
and their coach was at their game.
You see what I'm saying? There's no other championship where that happens right there. Where you feel me? One team is walking past this other team. Lo and behold, next Monday, they gonna play for the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
And JC, Michigan really wanted that. My bad. I was gonna say that. They wanted that title because they had their coach, and it wasn't even their game. They had hours before their game, and he's in the stands and he watching UConn and watching both teams play. And he was like, I just want to get an idea of who we could potentially verse if we end up winning our game.
When I saw Ricky and Ray and Jawan and Jalen and Chris, it definitely
the Fab Five.
Some great memories, man. And I was happy for University of Michigan. I was happy for the Fab Five.
You know what's crazy, Ragu? It was an OG that said this too. There was a conversation going around about that being like the most celebrated losing team of all time.
I just said it. The best team that never won.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like people I guess don't stop to realize like, wait a minute, them niggas didn't win, sweet.
Yeah.
And you would think they did.
Weber stays for his junior year. I'm sure they would have won, but
but if he didn't play that year, I'm pretty sure people would have said the same thing.
Yeah, he had to go get that money. I'll go back so far that I remember, I know you guys was way too young for this shit. I remember when just Weber started. So when they first got there, they was running with Eric Riley and that nigga Rob Pelinka, a couple more cats, and Weber.
That's another thing people don't realize is that Pelinka was on that team.
Pelinka was on the Fab Five. So then a couple games later, Fisher just said, fuck it, man. I'm putting all these dudes in. And the rest is history. But at first, they all didn't start. That I would say the first 4 or 5 games of that season, Weber started and maybe Rose.
Yeah.
Weber and Rose started. And then a couple games later.
Another fun fact people don't know is that Jalen Rose is the first Jalen. You got a million Jalens all across sports now. That is the first official Jalen in recorded history.
His father named James, who wasn't there, and his mom,
I think his uncle
named Lynn, that was there. And now the NBA is full of Jalens.
Yep. My fiance didn't believe me when I told her that's what.
It's literally 20 of them, I think. It's like 20 niggas
in the league.
Yes.
Oh, at least. Like that, At least. F the league, nigga. It's like hundreds of thousands in the world now.
I got a nephew named Jalen.
Yeah, they spelled differently and all that, but when he was named that, he was the only recorded one of that sort.
That's crazy. That's
and
crazy.
The spike really went up after '93 when he was playing over there.
Mom straight made up a whole name.
And it sounds normal now. Like, it don't even sound like no crazy name. It's like, to where people don't even believe it. Like, nah, there's no way that was the first Jalen. Because it sounds so common. So, yeah, moms did that.
Jalen had swag in college too. Like, it was hard. Pause.
He's gonna be a part of one of our off-season episodes when we talk about some of the greatest players to never make an All-Star game.
Wow.
So keep that name in mind.
Didn't realize. When he played, it was a little bit tougher to make All-Star games, I think. But go ahead. Because what was he going to go as, a 2 or a 3?
I wouldn't necessarily say that because the numbers that you had to have back then versus the numbers you got to have now.
But that ain't the same numbers, bro.
I hear you. But that's a whole topic right there. But Michigan, Arizona, man. Was there any shockers to y'all on that?
No, they beat the spit out of Arizona.
In the matter that happened, at least.
Am I stuck or y'all stuck?
We see you now.
Yeah, there we go. Honestly, though, Michigan just did what they were supposed to do. And the fact that they've been able to score 90-plus points in a vast majority of their games is absolutely insane.
And Arizona was looking throughout this tournament. They've been looking unbeatable. Like it was looking like it was, obviously probably going to be under them in Michigan, but it was hard for me to see somebody.
And then Lindenborg
beating them the way they was playing. I know I said Michigan State kind of trolling them, but.
But nah, Michigan.
That's my analyst.
Literally yeah, there you go. Thank you, Tyrell. They came in and did what they were supposed to do.
Belt to ass, straight belt to ass.
They didn't allow no second half comeback. None of that.
From the opening tip off.
Yep.
It was straight belt to ass.
Should have put in Bryce James. Man.
Y'all saw him cutting down the net. Y'all saw that man.
What did they do? Talk about what was he gonna do? What did they do?
Y'all gonna make Hey, JC, people are foul in the comment section. Everyone knows he didn't have people. They show him cutting the net. Everyone in the comment, 0 minutes, 0 points. Why are you showing this?
Man, it's niggas that got minutes that got 0 points.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, shit, he was there, but he got to cut down the net.
I was shocked at that one, though. Even if, people had Michigan beating them, it definitely wasn't in that fashion.
Yeah.
Arizona's been looking like the favorite for most of honestly, before the season even started, to be honest. So I was shocked at that, but clearly, as we could see, Michigan was on a mission. No pun intended.
I think a lot of people probably felt at the dominance that Michigan did against Arizona. I think a lot of people thought Michigan was going to take it all the way. Because I think
because of their size, I think people people knew what Michigan was doing because their size is what was kind of the reason why people were even talking about them long before it even got to that point. So I think Michigan was kind of the team to beat, but when Arizona had, did what they did on their side, I think, sometimes recency bias can kick in. And like you said, Michigan wasn't playing with them niggas.
Down. Like Tyrell said, from the start of the game to the end of it, like they didn't allow a comeback, none of that.
Plain and simple. There ain't no explanation else in the game but this.
I remember the Glenford and Ramil Robinson Michigan championship as well.
I had a better chance writing scribble scrap on my notebook pad than watching that game.
Glenford.
I'm not gonna lie, JC. I turned that game off. The
Hey, that was a
Arizona
cold
game. I turned it off when it was like 6 minutes left in the first half because they were.
Damn.
You just knew. You just knew. It low key.
Nah,
And,
you
and,
can't
and
say
everything
that after you seen what happened with the UConn and Duke game. Like,
Well, yeah, but JC,
anything
I don't
happen.
usually
Bro,
ever do.
it was like,
I rarely do something like that. But something in my gut was telling me. I was like,
It's a wrap.
yeah. And when I went on my
the
run,
Florida
JC,
game.
I came back from my run. I turned the game on, and I was like, wow. And I
Nah.
knew something was telling me it was gonna be bad.
Y'all remember the team that Florida played in the first round? I can't remember what school that was, but that's what that game looked like. It was just grown men going against small children. And I mean that with no due respect, because that's exactly what the game was. Just a bunch of grown men imposing their dominance. I had to clean that up, and just letting everybody know that
You was good.
they were just letting everybody know this ain't easy. We just took out y'all favorites like it was nothing, like it was a piece of cake from a diner for $5.
And then the team that, if I remember correctly, you had going to the national championship. Illinois and UConn. Yeah. Any thoughts on that game?
I just thought UConn did a good job pacing the game towards the end. I mean, they kind of took control and made it their own game, and I think Illinois has had a hard time, trying to, balance the game out in their favor. The experience of UConn being there definitely showed from a player standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Illinois put up a tough fight, and if Illinois would have played anybody else, they probably win that game.
You still saying Illinois? Like you ain't learned from last time.
What?
You still saying Illinois? How you a Midwest nigga? You still keep saying Illinois?
You don't understand how Midwest people talk, bro. We put S's at the end of everything. Myers, Aldi's. Like, it's not Aldi, it's Aldi's out here. And we put S's at the end of everything.
Well, also too, like kind of like
except when
Tyrell said is like Illinois.
We don't win. We get a win. And don't fucking play. Don't fucking play. You spoiled brat.
That was
I'm sorry. You walked right into that one. I'm sorry.
That was a great bullet guy just walking down the street.
Just caught it straight out of nowhere. Like, that was some bullshit.
Where you at?
But also, like, bottom line of that game, JC, like, Illinois won stretches of the second half, but UConn
sent you an invite, man. We on the grind right now.
You good? You on the phone?
Oh, okay. Illinois won stretches of the second half, but UConn controlled the moments that mattered most, especially in those like final 3 minutes of the game. That's the difference too between a comeback attempt and winning the final four. And kind of like just to piggyback right off of Tyrell, Illinois late game execution just it wasn't sharp enough.
Yeah, that's really what it came down to.
I have to agree with Illinois.
I'll tell you what I love.
There is an S in Illinois, by the way. There's an S at the end, so it is Illinois.
But it's
an S at the end of it,
bro. That's what we try to tell you. It's pronounced.
You said
S is silent.
There's an S.
Do you need? Do we have to go back to second grade geography with you?
One, I barely got to see in English.
UConn never lost.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I have no shame. I barely got to see in English class. I didn't give a fuck.
We can tell you didn't go to none of these schools.
Michigan, UConn, Matt.
No.
But JC also too. One thing about UConn is that they executed way better in late clock and late game situations too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shout out to the Wolverines, who have a couple years ago natty in football and now one in hoops.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a.
we know why they got the one now. We know why they got the one in football now. Let's keep it a buck.
They won. What you mean?
Dre.
So anytime.
This the one time the Ohio State and Notre Dame fan about to collab, because we know why they got that natty.
Man, I don't want to hear that, bro.
Oh, so they wasn't cheating?
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I was at the Alabama game.
You don't say that because
I'm not faulting Michigan for doing what was necessary.
Patriots fan.
I'm
not going to fault them for doing what's necessary. They did what we wanted.
Saying that shit because you're a Patriots fan.
Win's
You're
a win.
Patriots fan. Lord have mercy.
Take the win any way you can get it. Win's a win.
Well, y'all should have took it any way y'all could get it in the Super Bowl. Because that was embarrassing what y'all came and did.
We should have. We didn't teach Drake May yet.
Y'all might as well not even went to San Francisco. I don't know what the hell.
And we about to get AJ Brown.
They didn't even get off the plane.
Niggas traveled 3,000 miles just to get the dog spit beat out of you on national TV.
All right, we about to get AJ Brown too.
On a national holiday. Shout out to Ragu who brought that to my attention. That's practically a national holiday. Y'all got the dog spit beat out of y'all for everybody.
Have you watched the Super Bowl over?
I've actually watched it. I've watched it twice because I had to do because of my blog.
I don't know why you did that to yourself.
So what?
No, I have a blog to write too.
What do you have as happening?
Wait, say that one more time.
What happened to you guys that day?
If you honestly, bro, they just had obviously they had the better their defense was just more locked in, and when it was time to, their offense moved the ball when they needed to. What really killed the Patriots too was, remember when it was 19-7 and we were somewhat driving? That throw across the middle of the field with the one that got picked, I was like, yeah, that sealed it, because after that interception, it was all gas, no brakes. They didn't look back, and that defense and that defense really put a lot of pressure and frustration on Drake May, and we haven't really seen him frustrated this year.
The rookie tackle nearly single-handedly lost New England that game. Bro.
Oh, Will Campbell, yeah, that.
Drake May been on this nigga. I ain't gonna cap. Ragu been on that nigga since February. You've been pointing at leave that little nigga alone, man. You have made it a point.
Neither.
No,
to anybody that will listen, like
this is what your boy Les Snead meant when he says "fuck them picks," bro. Because I don't give a fuck how good the prospect is. When he gets to the NFL, he's a motherfucking rookie.
Yep.
And there's gonna be a learning curve, and we saw that shit in the Super Bowl.
The Seahawks did that to everybody, though. It wasn't just him.
Nah, they didn't.
They did everybody like that.
No, they didn't.
What? Well, except the Rams. My bad. Except the Rams, but everybody else, they absolutely did them like that. 100%.
Well, they had a great defense all year. Don't get me wrong, they did.
I mean, only number one.
I think I know what they're doing too. That's a topic for another show, but I think I know what they're doing that's making them different. And I hope Clint brought a little bit of it to Vegas. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing.
Last but not least, at least on the men's side, we got the national championship game, which was last night.
A fun fact too, 30. Not only does Michigan end a 37-year drought, but they also ended UConn's undefeated streak in championship games. They were 6-0.
Damn, I didn't even realize that.
They were 6-0.
Them niggas have never lost a championship.
They won the Natty under 3 different head coaches.
Oh, that's a motherfucker. God damn, it was that long ago, bro. Glenn Rice and Ramil Robinson, 1989. God damn.
And honestly, JC,
do Michigan even got anybody for real recently out the league?
Just Drake. Oh, that's Michigan State.
I remember I think they went to one with Burke in them, but they lost.
Yeah.
And Burke ended up not really doing sweat. I thought he was actually gonna be nice, but he didn't really pan out.
I was optimistic about his career, but a little bit I wasn't bought in on him being sweet in the league. And he actually ended up doing a little worse than I thought.
Yeah.
And honest, I was gonna say too with Michigan, bro, they came out the break with a clear shift in like urgency, tightening up defensively and playing with more control on the offensive end.
Yeah.
They Michigan was also their execution in half court sets was really good. But one thing for UConn, I think for me, was that they had trouble containing dribble penetration because as the half progressed.
Well, that was Michigan's deal. That's what they do.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
They penetrate. Pause.
No, they get, and and Michigan's guards too. They were able to break down the UConn defense as well.
Yeah.
So they were able to they found a way to like limit them almost. Like, and Dan Hurley's probably like, I'm not used to this. Like, what the hell's going on? Because it was 33-29 at half.
Speaking of Dan Hurley, can I ask the panel a question? And
Sure.
I don't want to get political.
Oh,
I'm going to get a little bit political here for a second.
oh,
What if the black head coach goes forehead to forehead with the ref?
oh, we already know what's about to happen.
Oh, we know exactly. Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all. I heard some.
Certain.
Love it.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. A certain community.
I love it. He dared the ref to call him to tee him
Well,
up.
the game was over anyway, so he couldn't have called
No,
it.
it was 0.3.
Hey.
It was 0.3 left.
Oh, it was point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Could have teed him up. But what if? I mean, maybe I'm thinking wrong, bro. I
No.
want you guys' opinion.
No, we all know what would have happened.
I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly what happened. I'm gonna get dark here, but it's gonna be the absolute truth. There will be a certain community ready to make that black head coach a tree ornament, if you know what I mean.
That's all. Hey,
And that's all I gotta say.
Okay, the rhetoric when Hurley did it was, "Oh, look at the fire. Oh, he's a crazy guy. I love it. Oh, look, he's daring the ref to tee him up." You know, they're praising him. And
He's been kind of mean gold all throughout the year, kind of too. So I think that might have kind of added to his highlight clip of that type of spit.
And
So,
here's the thing, y'all. Not just the media, not just the sports media. Regular Joe poster on Instagram would be ripping the black coach for doing that.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Right?
That's what I said.
What I'm saying, Ty, is not no official sports programs. I'm talking about motherfuckers in
No,
comments.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There would be a certain group out there that would wish to turn him into a tree ornament.
You know what I would compare it to?
You get what I'm saying when I say that?
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay, and that's all I gotta say.
What I would compare it to,
strange fruit,
and I'll keep it 100. Black men are guilty of this as well. Obviously, I'm not saying myself or anybody on this panel, but I'm saying in general. I would compare it to the whole like when Latina women get an attitude or stab their boyfriend and all that. It's cute and it's jokes and spit, but then with black women, it's they get a little loud or whatever. It's seen as aggressive or So I would compare it to that. It's the little bubbly, bald head, tall coach. You know what I'm saying? And versus with us, you know how it is. Like even when we out in public or in our work fields and spit, it's like we kind of got to try to put a certain mask to look less threatening naturally.
Hey man,
yeah, it's kind of like that Family Guy. Remember when they was like the cops are not here and they started taking these.
Let's keep that one down. Wow. Let's let America know. Yeah, it's a real. Okay.
Yeah. And two, if you see a Latina woman smacking me or a black woman smacking me, don't save me. I'm right where I want to be.
Your first job, I don't give a fuck what you do. Okay, you're a black man in America, you got a job. Well, your first job is acting.
Yeah.
And then it's whatever you actually got to do.
Right.
Am I right? You don't get to be yourself. And my wife corrected me on this. I said until you get in your car. But actually, you got to get in your car and drive away a little bit because you still don't want, you know what I'm saying? You still kind of there still in your car. You got to get in the car and get away from the gig. Okay, now you turn back into Josh. Now you turn back into Dre. Now you turn back into Tyrell. But whatever before that is an acting job.
So Ragu, let me ask you this. How did you feel about it in general? when he did that.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Right away, I had the thoughts that I just shared with you guys today. Right away, bro. Like, and especially the next day when I got to seeing how people were categorizing it, like it was
it's
like
a meme. Cool. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Can you imagine like John Thompson doing that back in the day to a ref? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be looked at as, oh, he's a bully. Look how big he is. It would just be a total different fucking narrative, bro. And I thought it right away, JC. As a matter of fact, I was like, what the F is he doing?
Yeah, I kind of said the same thing too. I was like,
I think the only reason he even got away with it is because of the fact that the ref technically did walk into him, and the fact of the moment that it was. What UConn had just did, he couldn't call it at that moment. I think if it was a regular season game or, in the middle of the game and that happens, even though the ref walked into him, I think he probably gets that call. But that would have been like egregious perception wise. Like, you would have been cool with it clearly, but perception wise, it would have been a really nasty look for the NCAA. And I think that's why the ref didn't call that.
But yeah, no, if that was if it was the other way around,
and who they're playing too. Let's not forget, this is Dookie we're talking about. So anytime something looks suspect to get them to move to the next, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it looks nasty. And there's a lot going on with sports betting and all that right now. It just he did it at the right time. I'll say that as well. That didn't hurt.
And this is why I can't stand that fat motherfucker Jason Whitlock. Because you guys know his commentary, right? His usual.
Yeah. Fearless.
Where's he at on this?
Jason Shitlock wasn't going to say anything.
But I'm saying, if a brother had did this, bro, he'd be
easily. Ragu, I'm actually disappointed in you for even asking that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
We saw him on the 4th and 1. We saw how that conversation went. I watched that full hour 20. I thought it was compelling just to have two men that don't usually agree with each other, to be, talking amongst each other. But we know how he was reacting to certain things that Cam was saying that didn't align with the let's just say standards he's been accustomed to dancing to.
Yeah, for sure.
But I did think that was an overall great episode to show people that you can have a discourse and have different opinions and even say things that, that have been negatively said amongst both people and still come together and have a full conversation as grown men. We used to have that. And then you had the, media tell you that's not what you're supposed to do. But I thought it was a great job, nonetheless, for Cam Newton to have Jason Whitlock on the show, regardless of what you think about him. In my opinion.
Well, personally, I don't think Fatlock should comment on anything besides snacks.
So he's Fatlock, Padlock, Coonlock, Shitlock.
You name it.
I mean, at least he was a collegiate athlete, unlike Stephen A. Smith. So
was he?
Yeah, he played at Ball State.
Doing what?
I believe he was offensive lineman.
Okay. All right.
What, JC? What?
Okay, yeah, because we was going to move on to the ladies. So,
what about?
I'm disappointed in you for even like giving that level of energy, because it means that you feel like he's coming from a genuine place to begin with. It means you're actually like
pro job.
Yeah, like you're giving him some type of true validity, like as if like his heart might be in the right place or he believes in something that he's saying. I quit taking this nigga seriously like 10 years ago. He done been showed himself to me in certain situations before he just went full out troll in these last few years.
He's doing it for clicks and likes.
The whole time. Even if you saw the way that LeVar situation happened, when old girl tried to play victim and, oh my gosh, are you threatening me? And then how I seen him handle that. When he did that spit, I knew like, okay, like you're not You know what I'm saying? And then
All right,
I think
let me stop you right there. I gotta handle something right quick, but you guys gonna go into this next segment. Hell of a job by the Lady Bruins. Fucking shocked me, and I just want to get that in.
Hey,
and by the time you finish with that segment, I'll be back.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the OG Ragu.
But I was gonna say, yeah, the year and we just talked about droughts. Not only did Michigan end their 37 year, but you guys ended yours, and it was your first one since what 78.
I don't think we ever had one. Not for the way the tournament's set up. We've never had a national championship.
Also, when they won, the first thing I thought about JC, despite what my comments in Instagram, when you're like bozo, didn't your mom go to UCLA?
Yeah, that's why I'm a fan.
That's why, yeah. So when I thought of that, I instantly thought of that, and I told my dad, I was like, I am happy though for JC, because I was like, his mom went there, and he was like, wow. He was like, good for her, and all that. Yeah, I thought that was.
I remember being on campus with my mom back in the day. Like I used to go there because she was still going there for a minute, and then she would like go back for like alumni events and stuff like that. So I remember like being on the UCLA campus, growing up. So yeah, that was kind of ingrained in me. I went for USC 1 year and 1 year only, and that was when my little cousin went there to play basketball.
But after that, it was back to the Bruins.
Right back to business. Yep, right back to UCLA.
Well, shout out to that damn center, bro.
Which kind of sucks because I didn't get to like, enjoy the Lonzo era fully, I guess.
Yeah.
And I saw Lonzo in person that year. I saw Lonzo and my cousin go back and forth that season. They went 1-1 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that, bro, I'm telling you that. I didn't even realize till it popped up on the screen that they had only one loss on the year. I was like, holy shit. And look at who they...
And it was the team that we beat in the Final Four.
Yeah, but not only did you guys win, but you guys made a statement win. Like, and respect to Dawn Staley and what her and South Carolina have been able to do. And
Absolutely.
Congratulations on your season. Gino was wrong for what he did. You were a damn good coach. You have a damn good team, but this was UCLA's night. And that center is real.
And that was who I picked. And that was who I picked, by the way, for like on both sides. Like I had it being Bruins and South Carolina. Same exact result. So if there's nothing else I got right in the tournament, I got that split right.
That was just crazy. My dad was just so impressed, and I was in awe too at your center. It was a no-fly zone in that paint. It was
every time she got it. Yep.
Yeah, and it was mainly they were outscoring them at one point. It was 20-6 in second chance opportunities.
Yep.
They had 33 total rebounds. 14 of those at that time were on offense, and I was like, "This is why they are getting slammed because they keep giving up second chance points."
They couldn't do split with bets,
and it was
really
almost
what it came down to.
Yeah, and it was almost like UCLA saying this, like, "You go ahead and take your little outside shots. If you make it, you make it." But
shout out Raven Johnson though. She had an impressive tournament as always. And also, like, to Ragu's point as well, like, how he brought up about UConn's coach. So the coach, even on the lady side, right, did some bullshit, as we've seen. And how he was giving the hypothetical of, like, what if that was one of us that did that? So imagine if that was Staley who did what Gino did.
The narrative would be different.
How much would they be...
Bro, there would be cameras at Staley.
Like they'd still be talking about it right now if she was to do to him or our coach, the Bruins coach. If she was to do that to either one of them, like the narratives behind that would be like, like he's got a little bit of flack, but even in the press conference, like he still was kind of standing on it, and then tried to get that phony apology a couple of days later. I'm like, man, you can take that and shove it all the way up your crack, bro. Like,
I just thought that was messed up. Like, you lost fair and square. Like, I get it. It was the heat of the moment. 54-game win streak ended, but
he didn't even have a reason. It's the fact that you tried to go the pussyfied route of trying to pretend like
he said it was
you had a reason behind it. He gonna bring up, because in
They
the
had
beginning
6
of
fouls.
because in the beginning of the game, she didn't come to shake my hand right away. She had me wait for 3 minutes. What? But she came and shook your hand. First, she tried to make it seem like she didn't. So she came, she shook your hand or whatever, because she was doing whatever else she was doing at the time. She came, shook his hand. All right, cool, whatever. Oh, and then I've never seen that before, where my players have their jerseys ripped, and then you seen in a whole nother clip that the player he's talking about ripped her own damn jersey. So
I just
again,
thought
it's
that was
just to me, it
foul.
was just a coward, pussyfied route. Instead of at least manning up and keeping it 100, that I was just being a sore pussy. That I lost on the big stage, the same team that I beat last year came back and got their lick back, and I'm salty and leave it at that, bro. Don't try to take the pussy route and try to make excuses and reasons when we clearly see what it is, bro. You was hating on
You lost
Staley.
fair and square. It happens. You can't win them
He
all.
hating
That's
on Staley,
okay.
bro. That's all it was.
And
And
just on
I'm glad that we won the national championship. But if it wasn't us, that's the only team I have absolutely no issue with it being Staley.
oh yeah, no, and I just feel like, and her resume is she has such a good resume, Don. What she's been able
That's
to
an
do,
understatement.
what she's been able to do for that South Carolina program, it's been incredible. And honestly, I don't know. Like you said, Gino was just probably, well, not probably. He was in his feels because they lost. But it's like, dude, it's not like you're 0-5. Y'all are 2-2. Y'all split. Just look, you got them last year, and they just came back and they got you this
It's a
year.
little
It
something called
happens.
entitlement, Jersey.
I don't.
It's a
It
little something
fucking
called entitlement. That's all
happens.
that is.
You lose some, you win some, you lose some. But like, damn, you didn't have to do all that. But JC, you're totally right. If the roles were reversed, if she had done it, cameras would be at her house right now.
Yeah. Any
So
last
again,
thoughts for him?
shout out Don. Once again, incredible season. Can't wait to see what you guys do next year. UCLA, that is just crazy. I couldn't believe the 30-point dominance that they had. They didn't allow an inch.
Oh yeah, we didn't take the foot off the gas. I was watching it fresh out of church. So,
also, my dad wanted me to let you know, JC. He was like, make sure you let your boys know because he's a USC fan. He said, at least someone in LA is bringing a championship home, and I was like,
man, I ain't gonna lie. The Trojan guys have been very good sports. I'm not expecting it. First what Ragu said, and then what Pops is saying. Like I'm proud of y'all. Y'all better than me. I'll say that.
Did you hear that loud huff and puff from Tyrell?
I mean, he's still probably hurt from the comment earlier about not enough win with plural in his section. So I can't help that I happen to be born in the most winningest city in America. I can't help that, bro.
You can always switch over to Boston, Tyrell.
We don't stop. Now we doing it in college too.
Don't you fucking insult me. Don't you
what?
fucking dare.
How
don't
many
you fucking dare.
How many Big Ten teams have won now lately? It's been,
I think, all of us now.
Indiana for football, Bruins, and who else am I missing, Tyrell? I'm missing somebody else.
I don't think Oregon got one.
They have all the colors, no championships. They have a Rose Bowl, though, but not a Natty. Fuck, I know I'm missing one other.
Did hockey start their tournament yet?
The Frozen Four is today.
Hockey.
Okay.
Oh, and they call it the Frozen Four. That shit is actually pretty cool. And it's played outside.
Fun words. Y'all went through all that analysis over that game. There you go. That's analysis. Save showtime. Okay, I'm going to save a lot of breath in this episode.
It was
today.
about the Final Four in its totality.
This is the analysis of the Final Four. This is what UCLA women did.
That's a fact.
Plain and simple.
That's a fact.
Plain and simple. I'll let y'all burn 10 minutes.
Now, the Texas game was a good game, though.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, JC. It was actually a really cool moment.
It was closer. It was probably the most competitive game out of all the games that Final Four, both men and women.
That's a fact.
And that's saying something.
That is a fact.
At the end of the day, because UCLA women was so dominant against them, anyway, it was still a belt to ass. Okay, belt to ass. Plain and simple.
We definitely ran through that tournament. I'll say that.
It was pretty cool at the end of the game to see. I didn't. That's crazy. Your head coach has been there for 15 years, and then it was cool seeing her mom.
But all I know is
that with her.
I forgot her name. The one everybody was highlighting.
Y'all look at my girls up there, man.
I love her. I know her dude playing the NBA, but man, she stole my heart.
Oh, and then Angel Reese.
And shout out Jaime too, man.
He came about that. Let's keep it.
My boy Jaime came and showed out too, man.
Don't nobody give a fuck about that.
Yeah, no, I know. I just thought it was funny to mention.
Gives a fuck about that. She moving the me bound section over to the dirty south. Come on now, like give a fuck about that.
Wait, what? Well, hold on. Ain't you hating on Reese too?
Miss Me Bound?
Yeah, Me Bounds, cause all of them are her bounds, nigga. Why y'all can't get them? Y'all in the same damn section. Why y'all can't grab a Me Bound?
She in the South. the Atlanta is not the Midwest. That is the South.
It was you think something gonna change or something?
No, that's what I'm saying. All she did was take the Me Bound show to Atlanta. That's all she did.
Yeah, the team that just got out that just went to the first round, and now they got exactly what they need on the defensive end and grabbing boards. That was exactly what they needed. And she's still getting better on the offensive end, nigga. She ain't a 2-time All-Star for nothing. What is you talking about?
the film will prove me right once again.
That's all I gotta say. Matter of fact, who's your team anyway?
Actually, we don't have one yet.
Oh,
I mean, it's coming.
So you stay quiet.
I think in 2 years. In 2 years,
you stay quiet, man. I don't know why they give y'all
27
that.
or 28.
Y'all don't even deserve the team over there. Just to have another losing team to add to the sports dynamic.
Don't fucking.
They do not.
If y'all need a team for, there's a whole lot of other cities I can name that need a team before y'all.
Cleveland does not need another.
Shout out to the comments, by the way. They back in Houston.
You've been lighting up and smoking Cleveland packs.
Nah, he started this one. He started this one though.
Yeah, because she not dude.
I think he said just to have another losing team.
You got it.
Ragu, is he wrong?
Hating on Reese for what?
The Guardians don't the Guardians do
it? Yeah, didn't the Guardians put belt to ass on the fucking Dodgers in the last series we played against them? Don't fucking play. Your whole payroll is
where your World Series at? Where your World Series at? We working on the 3P. Where your World Series at? Where is your World Series at, nigga? You don't want to talk that either. You don't want to talk that sport either, nigga. Leave that one alone. Leave that sport alone, nigga. That's the last sport you want to talk about with me.
5 belt to asses. We already got farm players.
And we just smacked y'all last time we played y'all in the NBA season. You ain't effing with us in nothing, bro. You ain't effing with us in nothing.
Just gonna be able to compete no more.
Wait, hold on.
He can.
Ragu.
Getting too many.
Nigga talking about the Dodgers. Nigga working on the 3P, nigga.
And yes, and you know what? And the 1.5 owned Guardians beat the $2.5 billion belt to ass style. Belt to ass style.
I done see y'all in the fall classic.
Hey, we gonna be there
real quick.
Chase DeLotta gonna be hitting bombs this year.
I done see y'all playing the best World Series of all time. What's up?
It was 10 years ago.
I'm gonna shift for just a split second, JC. Ragu, I wanted to, because I forgot, I haven't been on the show real quick. I just need to get this off my chest since you brought it up. Look, I get it. You were the runner-ups of the World Series. Look, the Dodgers had a reason to drop their banner, okay? Toronto, you are something else, Toronto. You dropped a runner-up banner the night after the Dodgers dropped the World Series. You didn't win. You don't do a ceremony for that. That's like celebrating an in-season tournament. You celebrate. You celebrate a runner-up conference championship on the practice field or with your small little fan. Not one day after the Dodgers dropped the world. No, you drop World Series banners, not runner-up banners.
I feel you. But Dre, you do win the American League, right? But
you won the pennant.
Yeah, you won the pennant, and then
I've just never seen a celebration like that.
You represented the American League in the World Series. That's something to be said.
That's the only time I rooted for the Dodgers because it's America.
You watched Game 7. Right, so technically, Dre, you could say you motherfuckers should have never let them get to Game 7, and that would be valid. But in Game 7, Man, it was just such a one of those. This shit was just meant, bro. It was just meant. All of the moves that Doc made that came out right. Shout out to Doc. Shout out to Doc. Motherfuckers been, all over Doc Pauls for the last few years talking about this and that for whatever reason. And I said it on other shows, his decision to put Pajes in when he did, his decision to start Miguel Rojas, and the decision to let Yamamoto.
He did start him.
Come on, bro. If he don't do those three, we lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I saw a post too last year where it said it felt like it was the LA Dodgers versus Dave Roberts. I was like, yo.
You see, that's the type of shit that they used to say about him, right?
But the one thing I will say, and that I'm not going to stand, and you guys already know how I feel about, rules in the game. But every time I open an Instagram comment, it's the Dodgers cheated this, that, and the third. No, they didn't. They just paid players that you motherfuckers didn't want to pay. Pirates didn't want to pay Glasnow. So the Dodgers. Wait, hold on, Tyrell. So the Dodgers signed him. Not Yamamoto. Otani. He didn't even meet with LA first. He had even met with Toronto. They didn't want to sign him. Dodgers did.
So we joked about that, I think, on this show. It might have been me and Coop, but we said the Dodgers told Shohei early on, go get all of the offers you want, bro. Come back when you got all of the best ones, and we'll beat that shit.
Wow.
That's like, you can't blame teams for that because come on, like the only team that can compete with that is the Yankees. Like that's it.
And even they got smoked. Even they got what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Dodgers, and that's what we're about to face with this lockout. That's going to happen.
Hey, I'm gonna do a ragu then.
It's gonna happen.
That's all I hear right now.
Because y'all not gonna get the salary cap. That's why y'all don't want it. That's why y'all don't want a salary cap in MLB because y'all not gonna benefit from that shit.
They just said, "Fuck it, let's just."
If they're doing this only because
$700 million to see what they say. And the Dodgers was like, "If we give you the $700, we got a deal."
Like I said, anyone that's watching,
I don't know why you brought up baseball. That's the last one you should have brought up.
I'm just saying, all in all,
I didn't bring it up. You brought up the Guardians beating the Dodgers. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't bring up baseball initially, though.
I think I was trying to divert. When I said we got the winningest city
somebody
in the world,
brought up the Guardians, and then that's when I say yeah, because the Guardians just put Beltaz on the $2 billion.
So you brought up baseball, nigga.
Right.
I didn't bring up baseball though. Somebody else brought up the Guardians.
Who brought the Guardians up?
I said Guardians. Because you said everybody was trash in Cleveland. And I said, well, the Guardians are decent. And then he came with what he said.
Okay, well, yeah, I just heard somebody attacking my Dodgers. You know, I get activated when you attack something LA. I can't help it.
That's all.
And if they're doing that whole salary cap thing because they don't want a 3, well, just fucking build it. I know it's easier said than done. You don't want them to win
owners start being cheap, nigga. They ain't got nothing to do with us.
That's what I'm saying. But Jason,
hey, Tyrell, I heard next year they're going to give you a Dodgers versus the field bet. So just take that.
And honestly, look, at the end of the day, it's simple as this, guys. It's simple as this. You don't want the teams, and
you can get the Dodgers and everybody else.
Look,
I might do that bet.
At the end of the day, it's simple as this. You don't want players and teams and front offices. You don't want the Dodgers to go. Look, there's only one way to settle this. Win. Just win. That's all you got to do.
So
yeah, that's true, man.
They're the one fucking team that actually doesn't cheat. I'm proud if they did, but they're the only one that doesn't and doesn't need to.
We actually got cheated. F around twice.
Yeah.
Remember the ball?
Can you blame them?
Under the
they
wall.
were going up again.
There's so many things that went right.
Bang, 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 bang.
For the Dodgers to win, bro.
They won.
Any last thoughts on March Madness before we go to this next topic?
What a month of March that was. Whew.
March Madness never disappoint. Shout out to the Bruins and the Wolverines.
Yeah. And
also, Ragu, another thing I brought up when you had walked away is what would fit perfectly for what you were saying. Your boy Gino. If that would have been Staley instead of Gino doing that host fit.
I was going.
That's a perfect example of what you were saying.
Yeah, I let it go.
They'd be just now getting up off of her.
Yep.
Ragu, I said if she had said it, cameras would be at her house as we speak.
Well, no,
get an answer.
It would have been disproving that her player's jersey got ripped. They would just be running that over and over. And the handshake, they would just be replaying it all.
Right, because he tried to make it seem like she didn't shake his hand at all.
Right. They would be making it seem like she's a straight liar. Bro.
And then made that weak apology
That's
after.
what they would have did.
And then let him come with that bullshit apology that, like I said, he could take it.
If it was her. But because it was shit, he didn't even admit it. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he will not win again for that shit he pulled.
Karma's going to hurt, yeah.
What's up with these UConn coaches, right?
The Gino, Ariana, whatever this
it's all the UConn coaches on the Bulls with.
And they get
and that's why they all lost.
You want to know why it's the UConn coaches? Because they mad because they got the cost of living in New York City, but they don't live in New York City.
Damn.
I heard it's nicer than New York City, though.
100% it is.
It is.
I would absolutely live in Connecticut before New York.
Let's be honest here.
That's actually where a lot of the New York ballers be going. They go to Jersey or they go to Connecticut.
Every city is nicer than New York City. Let's keep it a buck. Every city is nicer than New York City. Let's be honest here. Let's be real.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
And that includes Boston head asses.
Yeah,
don't hate because we have more championships than you.
Nigga said we.
Bro, I just gave you.
Have you ever been to Boston?
No, but what you're seeing right now is AI.
And why don't the black guys from Boston talk like Ben Affleck and
them?
Wait, there's black people in Boston?
Nigga, new additions from Boston.
Yeah, New Edition don't talk like Ben Affleck and them, right? They don't be like.
You see what?
I think Jordan Lucas is from Boston.
Oh my goodness!
No, that's a legitimate question, bro. Why don't the black people have that accent? What happened?
Ragu.
I'm serious. I think I'm saying. Why don't black people in Boston talk like the Wahlbergs and Ben Affleck?
Because they don't kick it with those type of people.
He's so excited when he says it too. He's like.
He said the Wahlbergs.
No, but I thought it was a Boston accent, real. I thought it was a. If you
that where they drag out their A's, like I'm from Chicago, I'm Boston, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bobby damn sure don't talk like that.
Mike and Bobby Brown don't talk like that, bro.
I know Jim Donovan didn't
Bobby
talk like that.
Like us
from Boston.
Right. That was just something
I think that Boston accent is bullshit. If you ask me. Let's keep it a buck. They just like to they like to be the center of attention because they're not New York City and they act like they're New York City, but they're not New York City, and everybody don't give a fuck about them low key except for their sports.
Right? They got the New York shit, and then even more. Like it's worse.
It's more because it's like they trying to outdo New York. That's what it feels like to me.
I think
you know what I'm saying. And like, cause like, okay, y'all know I reference.
Right, let me ask you
this. Right?
Do you guys think white New Yorkers and black New Yorkers sound the same?
No, we be having 2 or 3 of them on the show. We know that.
I ain't gonna lie. There's some words that they sound the same.
Cool. New Yorkers.
There's some words that.
How many New Yorkers have we had on the show?
Chef, Coop. I think we got like 2 more.
Coop ain't been in the Big Apple in a while, so he might have lost his accent a little bit.
No, you never lose your accent because I'm gonna tell you something. My mother and grandmother been up here for 30 years. They never lost that Southern drawl. You don't lose that accent.
I ain't gonna lie. Coop was in the Midwest for a minute.
Do they talk on the phone to their people in the South a lot?
Not really.
And they still sound.
And they still. Mm-hmm. I've heard it from people that I got it when I talk serious.
No. My parents. My parents had all of the country sayings, but they didn't. When I would see my aunties and then from where they were from, they sounded way different.
You know what, Ragu? You might be right.
My mom, hilarious.
My mom lost her spit.
Yeah, you'll lose it, bro.
And she been out here pretty much my whole life. I know she lost her spit. She grew up there, born and raised, all that. She didn't come to Cali till she was grown, as I told you.
Real. Let me ask you this.
She lost her spit.
Yeah.
You can only tell us this. Do me, JC, and Dre have an accent to you?
Not really.
Because
y'all the closest people, like, as far as accent wise. Like, y'all the closest.
Think about it too. And this is what I was going to say.
Midwest is considered
we probably don't talk
without an accent. You know that, right? You know the Midwest is considered a place without an accent.
Oh, okay.
But right, y'all remember too, we don't talk amongst each other here the way we do when we on our own type shit too. And that's what I was going to say about mom. She also told me that, like, you know, she kind of did lose her accent. But when she goes back home and she be kicking it with him for a couple of days, it's like that's it come back like it never left.
Like
so
the bike,
it could be that too, you know, like
phonetics, language, and dialects is a crazy thing. It's a wonderful scientific thing.
Is.
Yeah.
Mike Malone.
I wanted to talk to you about. Well, yeah, let's talk about that first. Do y'all have any thoughts on this bozo Mike Malone going to North Carolina?
I thought it was a great hire.
I think it's interesting that they have a couple of
budget for 2 championship coaches in pro sports.
Honestly, this hire though, like, there's 3 pros and 3 cons to this hire. Like, the 3 pros is like culture plus accountability. So there's that. You have player development and scheme advantages, but some of the the questions that people are going to wonder right now are recruiting question marks, portal / NIL learning curve, and can he fit with college players?
Do you know what his recruiting style is? Smack that ring on the damn table. I got this, motherfucker. You want to get to the NBA and get this? You come to North Carolina.
They said that's what Nick Saban do too.
And what the success
put that ring on the table.
What things could look like moving forward is like the
first 3 rings and come in your living room and slap that shit on your table. Like,
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about you saying that though, Ragu? I was actually about to say I think Mike Malone mentality going there. I think he's on some like, I'm trying to be the next like Coach K, Saban type of royalty in college, in college sports. I think that's what he has on his mind right now, and I think that's why he did this because he can get another NBA job at some point. So I think
let me make this point.
I can't remember his name.
Shout out to North Carolina for always trying. Now stick with me. They hired Mac Brown, right?
Yeah,
They got Bill Belichick now Mike Malone, and they have, let's not forget, under their cap, a feather in their cap, they have the GOAT in 2 sports.
But and what
Lawrence Taylor.
Time, Dre. Hold on.
Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you was I need to know that first. Hold on. Who are you talking about? All right, go ahead, Dre.
No, I was just gonna
say, shout out to North Carolina for always trying.
Even when they got Butch Davis,
I didn't know LT went to North Carolina.
Huh?
I never knew LT went to North Carolina.
Yeah, yep. Number 2 overall.
Still fuck him.
Damn.
Hey, careful, bro.
I know, for real.
What are we talking about here? He's a registered sex offender. Yes.
Sex offender.
Yes.
But hold on, real. Hold on. Do you do this to everybody on this show who got that on their resume?
If I know about it, yes. Because you know how I feel about that shit.
I don't hear you say that spit when Josh Diddy come up. I don't hear you saying all that spit.
Because he was acquitted, and we know that
he was what?
Bullshitting.
He was what?
He was acquitted, right? Wasn't he acquitted?
No.
OJ didn't.
They dropped the case because the little girl was unwilling to testify.
I mean,
there is a difference between getting acquitted, sir. So my thing is, if y'all not gonna keep that energy with every single player that come up in that, don't try to all of a sudden with certain players. Oh, he's an offender. I don't know anything about that, what that situation is, and I ain't defending the nigga if that's what he on. But what I'm saying is,
I don't know what
just
that
keep it
is.
across the board. If that's what y'all gonna do, don't try to pick and choose.
There's too much of that.
Pat Malone and Josh Diddy and them.
And not only that,
You
but
hear it every time
you got
from me.
heat from me when that shit was coming out at the time too.
About
on this
what?
show. When the whole Josh Giddey shit was fresh. I said something.
I don't remember you. I remember being the only one really flaming up Josh Diddy for real.
Josh Diddy.
That's regular programming.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all be getting on Deshaun with all the nicknames, Deshaun Combs and massage and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like y'all be doing that shit. So,
but
and
I was gonna say with
Tugger.
I was.
And we killed the time on here too. So.
Look,
oh shit!
All I'm gonna say to cap this Mike Malone hire off is, and would you guys agree with me? These first 1 to 2 years, they're gonna look to mainly stabilize the roster with via that transfer portal and show. Obviously. And then obviously show, the player development and improvement. And then by year 3 and plus, they're expecting at least, competing with, Duke and then in the ACC.
And that's why they made this move. That's why they made this move.
We live in
that's why they just made this move overall. Because yes, they did just
Malone.
It's not gonna take no long time, bro. In basketball, we
live
literally in the blue chips era. Blue chips is legal now. If you guys ever seen that movie, the shit that they were doing in blue chips is legal now. So, man, you can go from not good to compete for the fucking national championship in a year. All you need is about 3-4 guys. It's basketball. It's only 5 guys.
Well, I put it to you like this too. Yes, they did just beat Duke, but at the end of the day, they still feel like they're falling behind Duke. So that's what this move is. They have to feel that pressure. They're falling behind Duke in some type of way, whether it's recruiting, whether it's on the court, or whatever the case may be.
When the last time Duke won?
I just learned that Cole was going to go to Duke. If Cole had went to college, he was going to Duke. Wow.
I think Bron said the same thing.
Or was it Bron?
I think Bron said he would have went to Coach K.
Cole said
he was LeBron James?
Yeah.
He also said he was going to go to Ohio State. So what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, Cole said he's going to go to Duke, and he said that's who he rooted for in the tournament.
He just say shit.
I forgot we cannot say that man name around Tyrell, bro, because he. Damn, you can't
my fucking part. He the one who said he was going to go to. I was going to go to Ohio State.
Yeah, but he said he. Yeah. I heard him say he was going to play for Coach K. If he would have went.
Probably said that shit after the Olympics.
You need to follow this one dude that I follow on Instagram. He be killing LeBron.
Yeah, that'd be his guy right there.
Yeah, this guy said that he wouldn't have won no championships with Prime Shaq.
You talking about Carcino?
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of
no, it ain't Carcino. It's another dude, black dude. You gotta listen to what he said.
But you know what though? I ain't gonna lie. Like I'll hear him out. I would need to hear his reason. I need to hear his reason.
He said, well, I'll give you the gist of it. He said he made every big man that he ever played with a 3-point shooter.
Oh, no.
Correct.
Yeah, no.
LeBron, to be good, LeBron needs
to
be cleared out.
I don't like the reason.
He needs.
Oh, my God.
It's a different era.
For LeBron to be good, he needs the lane cleared out so that he can drive, because that's
facts.
That's really what he's good for. He's not like Coach playing with Shaq. You dump it into Shaq, spread it out, and make the open three when he throw it to you. That's not LeBron's game.
Bron also, it would depend on which Bron you talking about, because he also went to that Hakeem class and
didn't learn
tremendously worked on his footwork to where he became a dangerous post player as well in them early 10s when he won them first couple championships.
But how's the post gonna help you if you playing?
Were you watching games in Miami?
He had one post move.
How's the post move gonna help if you play with D's?
What you think Kobe was doing? You think Kobe wasn't taking niggas to the elbow?
That man
Well, they was running a triangle. It was a triple post offense. So
Braun would have been in that same system.
Do they win?
I just didn't like his reasoning. If he would have said 21, 22-year-old Braun wouldn't be ready because that's when he was choking in games against Boston and all that, then maybe I would have heard that out. But
Anthony Davis.
I don't know. Yeah. Enough Braun talk.
You try to make it to me.
Ragu, I need to holler at you.
Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah.
What is with this giving Kirk Cousins $100 million spit going on?
We didn't get Kirk
Shout out to his agent.
Man, I'm so fucking glad you asked me that.
Okay. Shout out to his agent.
Ragu, break down the contract so everybody understand this.
Let me break down the numbers for you, bro. I don't know what that big, huge number is. I think they're breaking down his like $20 million a year contract that he
contract incentives and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right? He's still technically on that deal that he signed in Atlanta.
Yes.
Right?
Atlanta's going to cover the first 2 years of that deal.
The Raiders, let me tell you what the Raiders are on the hook for. League minimum this year at 1.3.
Mm-hmm.
And then a roster bonus next year if he's on the roster. No, we're going to have to give him this. To either whether he plays or if we tell him to go home. $10 million next year.
Okay.
So Kirk Cousins is on a 1 year, $11.3 million deal with the Raiders.
Yeah. With options to keep him on the roster for the next 4 years.
We will not. He will not be on the roster in 4 years.
No. But it's a great move by his agent. Again, great move by his agent. It's a team-friendly deal, and Kirk Cousins still get his money.
It's what he was gonna do. I mean, the Falcons was like, get the hell out of here. So what else? You know, it was all.
They made that decision very clear when they drafted
what this contract is, but it got to go.
I feel like he could have went to another team and perhaps really had a chance to start. Here we know you're just here to
so you're saying there's zero chance Cousins starts this season?
No, he might start. He might start the season.
He might start in the beginning of the year.
But he's just getting that shit warm, bro. For young Nando.
Are you cool? Are you cool with this instead of like some of the other names they flirted with, like a Derek Carr and spit like that? Are you? How you feeling about it?
I am. There were Raider fans that were saying, "Let's bring Derek back," and I am those Raider fans.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a perfect scenario. He had worked with Clint in New Orleans for that season. The only problem, we would have had to give some compensation to New Orleans. As long as it's a 5th, 6th, or 7th round pick, I don't give a damn because how many 5th, 6th, 7th round picks actually pan out?
Facts.
And you're essentially getting Derek Carr for
Puka and Kyron was 5th round pick.
Who?
Puka and Kyron was 5th round.
Okay, but that's exceptions to the rule.
Okay, yeah. No,
that's like saying a Big Mac is healthy every once in a while.
That's right. Terrell Davis, 6th round pick. Tom Brady, pick number 199. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Those dudes are practice squad dudes, right? So
a roster fillers.
Down to give up a 5th or 6th, 7th round pick for Carr and bring him back home and let him teach the kid. So
they still could bring him in as a consultant if they wanted to.
But at the same time, you did say you believe in the Snead F them picks route as well. So I'm sure that helps that decision as well.
Look, bro, I've only done a 4-round mock this whole season. I don't even like talking about fucking 5th and 6th rounders, bro, because it's like rolling dice. You know, nobody knows. You can talk all the shit you want. Oh, I know who we can get. It's good. That shit is gonna be a fucking crapshoot. So I'm of the opinion that once you get past about 160, 170 players, bro, the rest of that.
But keeping it G though, a lot of people don't even realize. Do y'all know the average lifespan for an NFL player?
3.5 years.
It's like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, even all them first, second round guys, think about
5 years to be eligible for the retirement.
How many guys somebody got took in the top 10? Somebody who was a 5th, 6th pick And then you look at that draft years later, you'd be like, man, who was that?
Okay.
What happened to him? You know what I mean? But at the time,
I got this explanation. Okay. So let's use the crapshoot because it is all of it is a crapshoot at the end of the day. But usually first rounders are seen as like your high dice, high roller. These are like the rigged dice that got a bunch of double sixes and fives and fours and maybe a one dot on there just in case it actually
the first rounders
a double one.
8s and 7s, right?
Exactly.
They're gonna come.
You trickle down lower, the lower the dice go, which means the lower chances you're gonna get a high roll.
Right,
okay,
right.
There is a possibility that you're going to get a high roll, but the possibility of that slims as you go down the draft board. That's the best way to put it.
So when you get to the 5th, 6th round, it's like calling snake eyes. Like you're going to roll snake eyes back to back. It's not.
But it's going to be one. It's going to be double ones. Every now and then you'll get a double six out of here, like your Pukas and your Kyrans and your Tom Brady's.
Fuck around and roll 2 1-1s in a row, right? And that's the one pick. That's Terrell Davis. That's Puka Nacua.
That's Tom Brady.
Shout out to Puka. Puka be drinking, huh? Anyway.
See, you know what, Ragu? I just defended your guy at LT when he tried to bring up some personal spit. You gonna do that? All right. So next time, I'm gonna just let Rel go off all the way.
Hey, bro, I'm just being professional. We have to cover everything.
Oh shit, we be professional.
That ain't got shit to do with football. That ain't got shit to do with football.
Hey, guys, we gotta hold him accountable, bro. Just because he's your guy, you can talk about him going to rehab, bro. Don't be like that. Don't. If it was on another team, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, what's the name? Be drunk."
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Puka looked like a guy who was cosplaying as Derek in a crappy beat film.
Like that. Usually, if we're talking about it, it's because somebody on the panel brought it up, and I might have let it roll. But I don't get up here on the gossipy TMZ spit most of the time. Now, if it starts affecting contracts and spit, then we got to talk about it.
Shout out to him for recognizing that there was a problem and going and getting some help, bro. That's all.
Hey, like I said, he looked like a cosplay of like, if you know how those made to TV movies where they get like crappy actors outside the Temptations, obviously top 5 movie. But he looked like he was cosplaying Derek Carr as Derek Carr and Derek Carr Life. That's what Puka looked like when he was going in that rehab center, man. He kind of looked like Derek Carr a little bit, like when Derek Carr used to grow the hair out. You remember when Derek Carr had that phase where he grew his hair out?
Yeah.
Long. That's kind of like what Puka looked like.
He was looking like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looked like a Simone version of Derek Carr.
It's nothing but the best for the young man.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
You know, that was one of them. You know, Les was like, bro, if you plan on getting paid, you need to
go do this.
Just fucking drinking and shit, bro.
I think in general,
he's set to break the. He's gonna make big money. It's gonna be a big war.
Yeah, and I think in general, it's just. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. In this past maybe, I'll say 6-7 months, his name has been coming up too much in non-football related spit in general.
Every time you open,
regardless
Instagram.
of what it is or who, you know what I'm saying. I think so. Yeah, Snead and McVay might have both pulled them to the side. Like you're probably on set to break the market if we're being honest. So
he is. He's gonna reset.
Hey, I'll put it to you like this. Not only, hold on, wait, real quick, Ragu. Not only do you hope he go to rehab, you better hope he stay out of rehab in a positive way. Because I done seen this shit with Josh Gordon, bro. Josh Gordon had all that potential.
I'll go
kept checking in.
I'll go a step further. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this spit is looking just a tad bit, little bit AB-ish. If we're being honest, as far as just you know what I mean. As far as how far some of that stuff is going and the streaming speed, just being a little erratic. I'm not saying he's there, but it looked like you kind of flirting and tiptoeing with the beginning stages of the AB. So if McVay, I would imagine, Ragu, you probably absolutely spot on that McVay and Snead probably did pull this little nigga to the side.
I can see Stan Kroenke being in that conversation too, because you know how much Stan Kroenke cares about his teams.
I think he trusts them enough. Those two enough to take care of that.
Kroenke the one got to write the motherfucking check at the end of the day.
That's true, but I think he trusts those two enough to like, hey, y'all take care of that. You know, I don't like when I'm here. I don't know shit, but y'all,
it's
y'all
just the way Cronky runs all his teams, and you know how well decorated all his organizations are across multiple sports. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in that room, to be honest with you, because he cares about his investments. He do. There's no doubt about it. Like, I wish we had an owner. Any of my fucking owners.
I mean, at the very least,
Cronky,
you know, might have saw it in the news and called them in there like, "Hey, what's up with this shit?
What's going on?" Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember,
they
right?
Like, we got it, boss. We gonna get him squared away.
There was just too many moments where I had to turn my blind eye of like, okay, maybe that's nothing. I'm just saying it was one times too many, especially like leading to the playoffs. Even down to when McVay had to, you know, check Puka for trying to bring the streamers in the locker room type spit. Like even little spit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, McVay addressed it and everything. Like, you know, he didn't throw him under the bus, but you know,
media all the time, because that local media tell you some shit that motherfucking national media don't give a fuck to report on.
For sure. That's probably, you're right, real. That's probably what it is. That's probably like some LA spit.
So he been getting a little crazy.
He been getting a little.
That's what I was saying. It's been a little too.
A little?
I was saying for the last year.
Every time I would open Instagram, bro, it was Puka was the headline of getting involved.
Hey, you forget that you live in fucking Los Angeles. You forget you live in LA.
And then his brother been a nutcase. So it's like, man, it's just the fruit not falling too far from the tree. His brother been in stances, slapping niggas and all types of shit.
What you, bro? Hey, his brother is putting like up Jackson Mahomes numbers, bro. At this point, like, let's keep it a buck. Yeah. He putting up Jackson Mahomes type numbers. This shit crazy.
But you know, shout out Puka, man. Hope you get his spit together. You know, this could be the future success of our team.
Crazy though. I knew he was crazy. It's just how he played. You could tell he kind of got it all.
Sometimes you got to be a little 51-50 out there, man.
Yes, you do.
You need a guy like that.
In football, yes, you do.
Got a couple screws on loose.
And Ragu, as you said before, man, you want at least a couple of guys like that on your team. So
yeah,
you know, it's usually not one of your best players typically. But
I mean, let's keep going down. Go across the middle with no regard the way he does, bro. You got to be high or something, you would think. That motherfucker is crazy, man. The way
some of them catches he be getting, man, it'd be like, bro, how did you even think to try to go for that? Like,
he don't care about how he's gonna land or none of that shit, bro.
He just takes it. He just takes life as like, hey.
I hope he ain't one of them type where when he gets sober, he ain't gonna be as good.
Maybe he need the opposite. You know, what happened to AB? He need to get, you know, cracked to get some sense type shit. Like,
to knock the crazy out of his ass.
He need the opposite. Be one funny. Good one.
That's funny.
All right, so this is I got a trending topic for y'all. I know this isn't the crew I usually have for the basketball spit, but you know it's trending now, so I want to bring it to y'all attention. Have you guys been seeing the Wade and Beverly fiasco going on? Do y'all need to get caught up to speed?
Yes, I need to get caught up. Again? Patrick Beverly's running his mouth again?
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 Yeah, yes.
Oh no! What do you say?
Let's keep it a buck. They ain't gonna never stop.
So Patrick Beverly, I guess he has his own show or his podcast or whatever.
Everybody has a podcast.
Right.
No offense to us, but everybody got a podcast.
So he basically was kind of like with his chest out on some like Harden is better than Wade type shit. So it's really Harden versus Wade. But it was the way Beverly said it though, like with the energy that Wade actually ended up responding to him on some like, man, hold up, nigga, like, you don't get to say that. You don't get to stick your chest out and say somebody better than me when you wasn't effing with me at nothing. So, you know, obviously it's not, you know, him and Beverly been going back and forth because, you know, Beverly tried to, you know, post their record, I guess, that he technically has a winning record against Wade, and then tried to point out that he has a better 3-point percentage than Wade. Not using context, whatever
matters. But okay.
But what it came down to is now there's a big conversation: Wade versus Harden. So I want to ask the three of y'all who are standing here, where do y'all stand on that argument?
You need to shut up. What the fuck? You have a better 3-point percentage. Woohoo! Yay! The fuck?
If I wanted to win a bunch of regular season games,
that's all Pat does.
I would pick Harden.
Over that, yeah.
If I wanted to win, perhaps go deep in the playoffs and maybe win an O'Brien or two,
Wade.
It's Wade. Because I saw James Harden, prime James Harden, get locked up by an aging Manu Ginobili with the game on the line in the off. So something that I don't believe Wade would have let happen. And so I'm going off of strictly that. I'm not talking to, the walk through the legs, because if we talk like that, Harden is nearly on the level of Steph Curry as far as changing the way these young niggas play basketball today, because everybody does the little wop cross, that hard shit. Everybody do that now. So he has a hell of a contribution to the game.
You're giving him credit for that, though?
I am. Think about it. Well, nobody doing that shit, man. Hey, the little floater, the little wop floater, man, that's him.
Maybe not the floater, but the wop step back. Iverson was doing that shit.
Heck no. I was the straight. I'm going over there. Cross. His cross was about.
Oh, because you're saying the travel double step that he takes back. That's the difference. Because he definitely was dribble step back on you. He definitely was doing that. So you're saying the travel he does where he double, the spit they don't call no more. Okay, if you're saying that,
and then the two.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah,
that's him. But I will.
But hold on. Them niggas ain't even good at that. The only nigga who's able to do it at the level that Harden was doing it is Luka. The rest of them niggas ain't doing that shit like that.
But it's a thing now. It's the Harden. You feel me?
Sure.
You got to be kidding me.
With that said, give me Dwayne Wade.
You've got to be kidding me. This dude disabled the comments on the video. You got to be kidding me.
Beverly?
Yes.
Oh, because he knows.
I'm trying to find a clip right now.
Of course he did. Because he knows damn well Wade's better than him.
You know what that means? That means he was getting cooked.
Yep.
Even
and they was tearing him up on Twitter because he tried to.
Even the live chat replay, you can see it. Like
when Wade responded, he tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, Wade, I guess I'm rent free. Nigga, you brought him up and he responded to you, but you making it seem like, and then Matt Barnes, I guess, came out and said something about it too, of like, nigga, you clearly doing this trying to get clicks in your post retirement. He's trying to say like, nah, I'm just saying the facts are the facts. So he's basically saying like the old heads is just mad, even though he's an old head. He like in his late 30s, his damn self. But
he ain't on their type of timing though. That's the.
So real, you're saying career wise, legacy wise, you're taking Wade over James Harden.
Huh?
Are you taking Wade?
Is that even a question?
Okay. Yeah. Ragu, you just said give me Wade.
Obviously.
Right? Yeah, because I want to win championships. Hey. I don't want to win a bunch of scoring titles and a bunch of regular season games.
I can win an in-season tournament with James Harden. Maybe.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we're not playing Ragu. We're not playing for those. We're playing for rings and championships. That's what we're playing for.
Forget he got one before Bron got there. Stop playing with Dwayne Wade.
Oh yeah, he absolutely did.
God, stop fucking playing with his name.
Dre, I'm asking you as well. Wade or Harden, you're taking
with Shaq.
Wade, right?
Wade as well. Like I said, if I want to win scoring titles,
I hate when y'all bring up that Shaq shit.
Before all them injuries started affecting Dwayne Wade, and yes, him playing with his best friend didn't help his case neither because it diminished his role. Dwayne Wade was a top 3 shooting guard in the league. Consistently.
I don't dispute that at all.
It was just when all these people that been paying attention to all these revisionism history people who just spill up the discourse, which they need to shut the fuck up because they didn't live through the shit. They didn't see the shit. Okay. That's disrespecting Dwayne Wade because he played with LeBron and LeBron got all the highlight tapes and all the other shit. They started disrespect, and that was around the time Dwayne Wade started racking up those injuries. So they started disrespecting the fuck out of Dwayne Wade. You don't get no, as far as from a basketball standpoint, you get no disrespect from me on the Dwayne Wade aspect. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because if it wasn't Kobe, it was Dwayne Wade as my number 2 shooting.
And I think it's gotten kind of lost. Because of the generation who's pretty much consuming basketball for the most part. You got to remember, when Bron went to Miami, that was 2010. That's 16 years ago now, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's kind of got lost in the sauce of just how good Wade was pre-Bron coming to Miami. Yeah. And I think that is that is the pretty much the premise of what people remember about Wade is the big three, which is something that, he has to take a little bit of responsibility for it. You wanted him to come over there. That's a part of that. Just like with Steph. Even though I don't feel like he's gotten as much of a blemish as Wade did, but, when Steph brought KD over there, he knew that was a possibility that you are sacrificing some of your prime and your glory to go for championships. Some of that is not going to be there, just like he got clowned for the finals MVP split for all them years. So I think that's where Wade is, but I think it's gotten to the point where it's getting a little bit disrespectful. It's getting to that point. Yeah. Because Rel just said it best. Before that bronze split in the NBA with far shooting guards, it was Wade, it was Kobe, and it was Wade. That was the conversation. No, and then it was everybody else.
Yeah, there was no.
That was the conversation when it came to two guards.
I don't. And let's make a clear separator right here. James Harden, and on his best day, has never been the defender that Dwayne Wade is.
Mm-hmm. That's not even a conversation.
That's a well-known fact.
You feel me? He's so far and away better on the defensive end that it makes it.
But offensively, he's not that far apart.
No, I know
like that. But and Wade has a scoring title in
because
his
of that
peak
fact,
of averaging.
JC, and how far ahead he is on defense. I think that makes this a slam dunk question for Wade.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Bev and Harden play on the same team at one point?
And then the championships, right? Don't forget about that.
In other words, Ragu, you put it like this. Ragu,
Harden and Bev played together.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So there's that teammate biasness already as it is.
He's a regular season guy, right?
Yep.
If I need a regular season,
I think if nothing else, their playoff careers.
If I need a Game 7 performance, I'm not giving the ball to James Harden. That's the best way to put it. If I need a Game 7 game, everything is on the line and everything like that, and I need a big performance from James Harden going to proceed to go 0-for-11.
It's not only that though. Let me break down what my problem has always been with Harden in general. Right, for his whole career, my biggest issue was in general is his play style. Right, Like, yeah, Harden gets all the points, and y'all talk about the 30-something a game and the crazy spit he does. But let's not forget the reason he got that spit. Let's get back into real time, because I remember watching all of them regular season games that y'all talking about. It was really
a lot of free
the same thing that differentiates him in the playoffs, that referee whistle. And that was the reason why he was able to do a lot of that spit that he was able to do, because you couldn't breathe on the nigga during the regular season. Mm-hmm. They would let that spit go. That whistle stayed a little tighter to the refs during the playoffs, which is why his numbers looked the way they do when it came to the playoffs and elimination games and spit like that, because they wasn't calling that spit as much. So if you know that they're gonna call a foul for me breathing on this nigga, I might let him blow by me a couple more times. I might let him get a couple more jumpers. We've literally seen times where players protested with their hands behind their back while guarding him because of how bad it was.
Start doing that shit
what they was going to call and not call when it came to him. So that inflated his numbers a lot to where, Wade didn't have that for one, and for two, the usage rate was a lot higher. When a lot of the times when Harden was doing all that is because they really didn't have like they would have Chris Paul, right? But Chris Paul was hurt for 30, 40 games. So during those 30, 40 games, his usage rate was through the roof, way higher than Wade was having.
And I'm watching it, and I'm watching the clip right now and I'm listening to both the clip and you. And that's the thing. Like, he brings up the fact that James Harden got all these stats and accolades. And this is the problem with sports discourse today, is that we just bring up stats without looking at the motherfucking film. I have said this plenty of times. Stats tell you what happened on the film. Plain and simple.
Right.
Plain and simple. You got all these people that is stats. Look at all these stats. Look at all these accolades the journalists gave them.
Like
but
they do
if you
Bond.
down the motherfucking film, you break down the motherfucking film where we can see motherfuckers play this game the way the game is supposed to be played, by skill set, ball handling, defense, shooting, drive, the whole 9 yards. It's Dwayne Wade. Maybe
And
James
then-
Harden on the ball
And then
handling
I'm gonna go
side,
you one better.
but it's
I'm gonna go you
Dwayne
one
Wade
better,
overall.
Todd. And then after all that, what the fuck did you do in the postseason?
Not a
That's
damn
what
thing.
really-
Remember, real quick, Tyrell. Remember what he did in Game 7 against the Celtics? Remember
Like I
when they
said,
blew?
Oh
They
for
were up
7,
3-2.
bro.
Yeah.
JC, I remember
He got
that
a
whole-
number of examples like that. Whether he was the guy or the second
Yep.
guy.
And I remember too, JC, when they blew that lead to the Celtics, that series lead, and he had that piss poor performance. You didn't let James Harden let it. You
In
didn't
the
let
last
it go.
2 games, Game 6 and Game 7.
And 7.
They don't talk
Oh,
about
wait.
they don't talk about Kobe. They don't talk about Mike.
No.
They don't talk about Steph like they do if these guys never won, bro.
No.
You feel
That's
me?
You
what
think
I'm saying.
Steph be
And
talking
you know
this
what,
to you
Ragu,
if he
great
didn't win?
point. Because that's this new generation spit trying to find a way to take these guys of that aren't winning spit. And it's like, well, no, we want to go what look the coolest to us or what we think. So we're gonna try to change the benchmark of what it is. But
Exactly
if
what
you
it
think
is.
about it, all the niggas that we had in our top 10, top 15s, top 20s, they all had one thing in common. You had to win.
Yeah.
You had to win. Now,
Yes.
once you start getting lower than that, then it's like, okay, now we start talking about the Iversons and the Barkleys and shit like that. But
Right.
if that 10, 15, oh no,
20?
you needed to win to be in that conversation
Yes.
right there.
Not only that, but like
You need at
the
least
simple
one.
fact-
Like
the simple
Has
fact
Harden,
is like
has James Harden been to an NBA final?
no.
OKC
you
one.
don't remember.
He
Oh,
went, he went once. OKC
Okay.
when he was
Okay.
coming off the bench.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, everybody seemed to forget about what was that 2018 where they had that huge lead against the Warriors in Game 7, and then they proceeded to miss 27 straight 3-pointers, and James Harden went 0 for 11 in that series. Or what about the fact that James Harden got the base guy curse, and he has done complete and utter shit in Game 7s? He was non-existent in Brooklyn. He was non-existent in Philadelphia. Like I said, if you need a regular, this is why I protested that top 75 list when they put James Harden in there. I was like, dude, no.
I mean, I give him top
No.
75. I'll give him top 75.
And they left out Clay, who won, regardless if he was a sidekick or not.
Well,
He won.
now we got to go to levels. Right? Clay never had the pressure of being the guy on the team. And if you let Clay have Houston, do you think he's doing what Harden did on that team? Absolutely not.
no.
So I think that's where you have to go there. But Wade was a guy. Wade was the only guy from his class who out damn near out the gate, champion and Finals MVP. You wasn't just on the squad. Like I think when that final series was over, Wade had the 4th highest average in Finals history or something like
that's
that.
why he won the
was
Finals
top
MVP
4 all time.
You have some guys like I'm gonna put this in a Hollywood analogy, right? You have your leading guys, right? Your Denzels, guys like that, and then you have guys that aren't lead guys, but they're great actors in their own regard, right?
Right.
And that's where I think Clay falls. Clay is a great
Supporting.
Like if this was acting, he would be a great character actor, right? He'd be a great guy.
Supporting role.
Whatever role he plays, he's always believable as fuck. But he's never the star of the show. That's Clay.
That's
Thompson.
a great analogy. Yeah. That is a fantastic analogy.
Yeah. And just I don't know, man. That was a crazy statement for Beverly.
I mean, all Beverly is doing is stating stats.
And look,
stats.
I get
And Beverly
that,
never
'cause
won
it's
shit.
like,
You feel me?
wait, and real quick,
And that
like
was
when
Wade's
kinda,
point. He didn't have an issue with if y'all want to argue me versus hard nigga. It's you trying to have your chest out talking about somebody better than me like that, like emphatically. Like that's where his issue was. And I'm with real too as far as just bringing up all these stats and spit. What I've always said about people who are box score stat guys, if all you finna do to tell me who's better is read a bunch of stats, then what's the point of even watching the game?
Watching the game, yeah.
And you know what? If I'm Dwayne Wade, I'm thinking, nigga, why you wasn't saying this shit when we was in the league? And
why did you have to wait till you got a podcast and retire?
Yeah, I could have. When I came to your town, I could have showed your mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you saying?
Hey, Gilbert talked about how that happened to him. He said he was popping spit, and he did it at peak Wade time. He was popping spit, and he said something about Wade got his hotel number, something like that. Called him the night before, like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And he said from that game on, I think he said he might have beat Wade like maybe once or twice his whole career. Every time he played that nigga, he said Wade gave him the blues. Every single time.
Right. So if I'm Dwayne, I'm like you.
And that was another thing Wade has said as well.
Why you wasn't saying that when we used to play? We played in the league at the same time, Framp.
Yeah, all that
now
time.
You want to talk about.
But that was another thing Wade has said as well. Like, Beverly, you wasn't even in the league when I was like, you know what I'm saying, really effing niggas over 30 a game and all that. He still was that nigga, but you saw like the tail end of it, which you still wasn't effing with. So you can't even talk like that anyway. You weren't even on the court with me back.
100%. I hate the revisionist history people, man.
And like when they talk about real quick, and like when they say, like, for example, I'm only talking about Michael Jordan, nobody else. But like when they say, because Tyrell said stats. Mm-hmm. Look, unfortunately, Michael Jordan had the stats and the championships, but he didn't need, or you'll hear like, oh, well, he didn't play 21 years. He didn't need to. He didn't need
the disrespect right there.
The ultimate prize is that NBA championship. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, he discredited that too. Right? A little bit because he was like, well, I know disrespect to them, but and I got the clip, you know, and he was saying like, well, that's a team thing, but we're going individually. It is James Harden.
But that's not. But here's my issue with people saying
it's not even close.
It's a team thing if you're It's a team thing if you just happen to be on the squad.
Yeah, if you're like Brian Scalabrine,
contributed 14, 15 points. Then you're just like, on the team.
Let's be honest.
You being the star guy, you being the leader of the team and leading your team to a championship run, yeah, that matters when we're comparing you to the other guys. That matters for you. For niggas like he said, like a Clay or Draymond or Rick Fox. You know what I'm saying? Pascal Siakam, niggas like that. You guys were on the team supporting Cass, so we're not, that's not going to be held against you or really for you in that way. But when we're talking about the best of the best, top of the top, the top 20 guys, top 75 guys,
gotta win.
For y'all niggas, then that spit matters. Were you able to lead your team to a championship?
That's what matters at the end of the day.
Honestly, like Ragu always says, it's only like a third game speed in the regular season. When you get to the postseason, that's when the games begin. And if you never showed out on that level to lead your team to a championship, then you just wasn't the guy like that. You was a regular season guy, and we got to leave it at that.
And that's how I feel about it. That's why I'm not high on the Cavaliers right now because we got two regular season guys right here on this team with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. That's why I didn't go crazy.
Donovan Mitchell got time.
Mitchell still got time.
But how much time we giving him? It's been what, year 8, year 9? How much time we giving this man?
When did Jordan win?
Year 8 for Mike, I think.
Year 8?
I think.
So year 7, because he's 83, right? So yeah, about year 8, yeah.
Mike was a rookie at 84,
but
85.
Mike had already been past the second round 3 times. So I'm just saying, like, Mitch ain't been past the second round. I'm looking at it as two guys that play hero ball when it mattered the most in their fans.
And let me say something else about Michael Jordan, because I was here for it. Mm-hmm. Chicago Bulls weren't shit before he got there,
Ain't
been
been
spit
shit
since he
since.
left.
You know,
and
do well
that's
on the
been a
Lakers. You
conversation
do well
too.
on the Celtics. It's a different thing.
Right,
But
because it's been excellent
Mike-
throughout multiple
Mike
eras.
was so good that when you ask people about some of the greatest franchises of all time, people really be trying to put Chicago in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And I be having to stop people like
Right.
Chicago ain't never been spit.
Like,
Chicago,
nobody gives a
if you
fuck
want me to
about the
keep it
Bulls
100 with you,
getting there.
if it wasn't for Mike, you're probably talking about the most abysmal
franchise.
team, arguably in sports, let
Probably
alone
no-
the NBA.
No championships, probably.
Listen, man.
Probably no championships at
All
all.
niggas bring up is they got 6 championships. They don't hold a candle to none of these other franchises we talking about.
They're not the Spurs. They're not the
They
Lakers.
had 13 great
Not the
years.
Celtics.
Man, even in the Showtime era, when you didn't want to miss a Laker game ever, you'd be like, "Oh, well, I gotta watch them play the Bulls. They gonna beat the shit out."
I can see
you
that.
know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
You know those random when Chick was still alive, them random little
And that's the thing, Ragu. Michael, because that's the thing, Ragu. Michael was Michael, but Chicago wasn't no effing Chicago. So
yeah,
Right.
Dre, you can ask your pops and Josh, you can ask your pops. It used to Chick and Stu, they called the games on Channel 9, KCAL. And you know, when the Lakers on the road, you'd be like, who they play? Chicago.
It wasn't even worth watching.
So really,
I'm saying before Mike. You know what I'm saying?
so really, as far as even being the
I've heard
premier
conspiracies
team,
about that too, about the Bulls' dominance, about how it was they were playing for Dick Ebersol when they went over to NBC and noticed how they won all those championships. Once Ebersol took over the production of the NBA, and he used the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan's as essentially the baby faces of the NBA and made everybody else's enemy number one. I've heard shit like that before.
Well,
and
it was
I mean,
like
it's
this. I don't know
reasonable.
if you guys know this narrative, but they was, you know, Magic and Bird and Isaiah used to talk shit to Mike. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you ain't shit.
I know.
You
you
know,
ain't there yet.
yeah, you
Yeah.
good, but you ain't with us. So
So really, I can't even give them 13. Y'all had about maybe 6 to 8 premium years as a franchise for real.
Yes.
And that's that's
he
being
went and played
generous.
baseball and
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'll give him about
And
8
Scottie Pippen
premium
choked, and it became
years.
Tony Kukoc's team.
And
when he choked.
as far as like maybe being, okay, a cute little runs and spit like that. Okay, we'll give you a couple of the Derrick Rose years. Outside of that, in the 75-year history, what the F has Chicago done?
they've been a bad team for 75 years. They've been a bad team for 60 years.
Even if we're talking players, who have y'all really had for real? What Hall of let's name the Hall of Famers that y'all niggas really have that was
So
like
back in
guys.
those days that I was talking about,
I'll give y'all
before
Artis
Mike,
Gilmore.
Yeah, I was gonna say him. He was the guy for them. They didn't have anybody before him that I remember. Like
And nobody after
like
him.
Dave Corzine, and I'm
Boy,
telling you, bro, they
Chicago
weren't
Bulls
good.
fans about to be pissed.
They were not good.
You clip this up.
Nah, because I'm tired of the narrative of
the Bill Cartwright.
because growing up you always heard that like
Yeah.
Chicago's one of the greatest franchises. I got tired of hearing that spit. Like
But you know
based
what?
on what?
I ain't gonna cap though. If
Just
you
because
do
they
clip
got
this-
6?
Look, JC, if you
That
do
is a lot.
clip this,
That
real
is-
quick, if you do
Yeah,
clip
but
this,
they got it.
real
They
quick.
got it in that little time.
I
At
know
least with the Spurs,
one guy got him.
at least with the Spurs, you got damn near 30 years of even before Pop got there. The Spurs were good. They just didn't win a championship. But the Spurs were good in the 90s. People forget that. It ain't like they was
Coach
abysmal
Bob
when they
Hill?
got Duncan.
yeah,
When they had the Admiral.
yeah.
When they had
Just in case you clip this,
When they had
I'm
Rodman
gonna sit
and
this one
Admiral.
out. Because I got the Cavs gear on right now, so just in case you clip this, I'm gonna sit this one out. Because the pitchforks and torches gonna be
I
coming
mean,
straight
yeah,
to me.
y'all.
Well,
So
But
I'm
hold
gonna-
on, though.
Cleveland
Cleveland
had a couple years.
Yeah,
bro,
y'all
where-
had some runs too, though. Cleveland
Yeah,
wasn't bad in the
Mark
90s.
Price and
That's
Yeah, y'all
another
had-
kind of
what's calling the
Yeah,
when we
Mark
started getting
Price,
things rolling with
Mark
Candy
Price,
and
Ron
Carter.
Harper.
Larry Nance. So they had God.
What destroyed the Cavaliers when they were starting to build things in the early 80s was Ted Stepien. That's the only thing that killed the Cavaliers, because he just traded everybody for draft picks and more draft picks and more draft picks, and then just kept taking the team to boost the bottom line as much as possible.
But real, what happens if
that's why they made the
Mike
whole rule off
make
him.
that shot though? Mike doesn't make the shot, man. Cleveland's fortunes probably changed, bro.
Yep.
We talk about that. The generation before me still talk about that shot to this day.
It's almost like the tuck rule for us.
It shouldn't have been Craig Elo on him though.
It shouldn't have been him. It takes one franchise.
That is a crazy comparison.
The other franchise.
That probably is like y'all tuck rule for real, because y'all.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, y'all have recovered obviously, you know, because of the 2016 ring, but
we were giving
y'all went almost 20 years of that though.
Damn. Motherfucker makes a double pump J from the top of the key for game. I mean, who does that shit? So it's.
I don't even think Mike won that year. I think that was when he lost to Detroit.
I know the people that were. They still, every time they see that, it probably just like stabbing.
We love the Gatorade commercial that they did about 15 years ago, where they said if things would have turned around, and they re-edited the clip to where Michael missed the shot. And I remember watching that shit for the first time, like with a bunch of like old head Clevelanders, and they started celebrating like that shit actually happened. It's like, but it's true, man, because like it's crazy to think like that. I mean, and from a Cleveland perspective, right? Like that shot was on top of the fact that the Browns had the drive and the fumble like a couple of 2 years prior to that shot happening. So that shit was just like, we were like, yeah, this city is fucking cursed, man. Like this shit crazy.
So now I've hated the Broncos my entire life, and I watched that game when the dude fumbled, bro. I was late to my hoop tournament because I wanted y'all to beat Denver so fucking bad, bro.
Ernest Biner.
Man, the look on the young man's face when he
don't even get in, because I've seen replays of that game like ample amount of times. They don't even get in that position if it wasn't for Ernest Biner, because
no question.
If you remember that game,
no question,
they had turned the ball over 5 times prior to that fumble in the first half, and then Ernest Biner took over the whole fucking game. But if the person who made the fucking block, instead of watching the fucking play in the end zone, Biner don't even fucking fumble the ball because he gets the block that he needs. God damn Cleveland.
Jeremiah Castile with the recovery.
Sorry, God.
Y'all bringing up PTSD moments for Tyrell.
For real.
It was for me too.
I just need the masses to stop lying when it comes to Chicago. That's all I'm asking. Stop lying when it comes to Chicago. They had number 23. They had one of the most phenomenal, probably 8-year runs we've seen in sports. And leave it at that. But you're not one of the greatest franchises in the NBA, let alone sports.
And really, for real, when they did get past the Detroit Pistons, didn't they go down 2-1 initially? If I'm not mistaken.
No. They
actually got past Detroit?
They got swept.
Nah.
They got
swept. Yeah. That's why they walked off like that.
Yeah, but that was after they had walked off like that the year before. Right? Because then Michael and them didn't shake their hands and they walked off like that.
Mike shook their hand when they lost.
Yeah, no, they walked off. They was already talking about walking off in game 3 because they knew that spit was a wrap.
Yeah.
They was already talking about that spit because they was just saying like they just didn't like the disrespect around them for, you know, the torch being passed. They didn't hear that type of talk when they did that to
Bird
Boston and like so that they just felt like there should have been more respect.
They could have 3-peated if they wouldn't have won that game 7 against the Lakers that first time around. They could have really
moral of the story, JC.
But they didn't.
You saying they would have beat us, nigga?
Kareem made the free throw.
Let me ask you, wasn't that the year when they got over the hump? Right,
Cap made
Detroit.
The free throw,
that was the year Isaiah Thomas had that wrist injury, right? Where his wrist was infused.
No, that was the
and
year.
He had to get
that was either
surgery?
a year after or a couple years after when that happened. Because he socked Lambeer in the head or tried to sock him in the head. And broke his foot. Yeah,
and that was when Isaiah was playing on one leg.
Oh, okay.
We talking about that game. Yeah, that was like years before that. I was like 88?
9.
You sure? Nah, that was 88 because that's when they lost. When he was,
we didn't three-peat.
When he had that
won
crazy
87, 88. That was in 89. No, it was in 88.
Yeah, it was 88.
We won the game. Right.
Because that's when they was crying about the foul on Kareem.
Yeah.
After which
and then they
which
were
I can say
at us for saying that they wouldn't have beat us if Madge.
Yeah,
and
I'm not gonna say it was a foul or not, but I will say like
he made the
that moment. That moment stopped probably one of the greatest performances in NBA history right there.
It's facts.
Because for him to do that on an ankle that was gone,
jacked up like crazy,
like that's I ain't gonna lie, that
no ankle. And he was
whether it was a
like
foul
that.
or not is irrelevant. I do think that ruined one of the greatest performances in NBA history. That probably would be talked about differently if they won that game.
No question, it would be talked about differently, but it didn't ruin anything. Everything turned out like it was.
You right. And they had another chance. It ain't like that. You know, that was Game 7. So
damn, Tyrell, if only you could experience winning.
Go down.
That's what I don't like that people don't talk about enough. Everybody talks about 88, but they don't talk about how Magic and Byron didn't play half the damn series.
Magic didn't play any games. Magic got hurt in the practice leading up to Game 1. And then I think he tried to play and just couldn't do it. He had to go sit down.
Yeah, that's why I remember. I think he played like a game and a half or something.
Like team. You talking shit, but you root for a team or all the way across the country that you never been in the city of.
Yep.
At least I stick with my hometown team, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's great.
Hometown. That shit crazy.
There was like literally no reason to pick that team as a fan, like none. But just being a rebellious little LA brat. That's it.
No, and I'm glad I did because boy, I've witnessed some championships.
All he is a troll. Bro.
You saw one championship. I'm sorry, 2 now. You saw 2 championships. So what are you talking about?
Forever.
You saw 2 versus you could have witnessed 6.
My body's out here, but my soul belongs to Boston.
You didn't move out.
That's a disgusting soul. What a disgusting soul.
And Tyrell, I get it, but at least out of me and JC and Ragu, we know. At least we
they stick with their home teams, bro. It's just happened they got a lot of success. I'm sticking with Cleveland regardless, win, lose, or draw. You just the Boston losing. I'm out this motherfucker.
Oh no, I've been right. When we lose, I'm still a Patriots fan.
Yeah, well, dude, don't give me that 3-year bullshit.
But y'all went through a 2-year drought?
2-year drought.
JC, I know me and you are, as Marv says, me and you are both spoiled.
Nah, I'm spoiled, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Boston sports, they be winning, but Celtics are still overrated. Them niggas, they ain't dead spit for real in the last 40 years.
Win, lose, or draw, Rel. I'm sticking to my.
But anyway, man, Boston it's time to get up out of here. This was a great episode, man. I'm glad it's back. It's been 2 weeks since we filmed something, man. So I'm glad we got to get some content on here. Next week, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's my favorite time of year.
Ohio.
We got our award predictions. We got our playoff coverage. We got the draft right around the corner. So I'm definitely gonna have to get Ragu and Coach for that when we get that cracking. So a lot of good content coming soon, man. For everyone that's listening in your car on your way to work or whatever platform, wherever you're on your way to, man, make sure you hit that auto download button for us, man. We're gonna try to wrap it up this year.
It's very important.
If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button. I want to personally thank all of y'all for getting us to this point. Yeah. We're on the road to 200, man. So next time we see you, 8 episodes left before we hit our milestone of 200 episodes, man.
Make sure I'm on episode 200 too, JC. I wasn't on episode 100. I'm still feel the way about
that. I got you.
Yeah, so from the nosebleeds tomorrow, 3:30 y'all time, y'all Cali people, 6:30 my time, doing wrestling content about the state of wrestling in general from the fans' perspective. Currently working on 10 biggest draft busts since the year 2000, and starting to work on the franchise quarterback rankings for all 32 teams. So that'd be since the Super Bowl era. So that'd be fun to watch.
Sounds like a fun series.
JC, I might have you on for the Rams episode. Dre, I don't need. We already know who number one for the Patriots. I mean, let's be honest here.
I got you. I'm gonna have to talk to some of my Rams compadres before I come to that episode, but I'll definitely be there. Let me know. Yeah, let me know.
And also doing I'm also gonna work and go on a butterfly effect for the NFL. I think we're gonna do 5 butterfly effects that shape the landscape of the NFL. So a few video episodes coming up. Be fun to watch. So please hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. You're on the road to 200 episodes. I'm on the road to 250 subscribers, and we're about 28 away from that.
Sir. So make sure y'all go hit that subscribe button for my guy, man. Let's go run it up. To all my brothers, man. Till then, see you next time, man. Like I said, it's my favorite time of year. Go Bruins. Shout out to my Bruins, man. They got it done. Go Lakers, go Dodgers, go Sparks,
Guardians.
Peace. See y'all later, man.
All sad.
Flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back. Respect your passion.